Hello, my name is Shannon Biggs, and I'm the school counselor at Garin Elementary. I've been getting a lot of questions from parents and families just like you, trying to figure out how they're supposed to keep their kid motivated and engaged and on task. Basically, how to keep them doing the work that they've been trying to do. This is difficult. Right now, it's May, and normally in the school year, we would kind of be declining and feeling like, oh, senioritis, ready to go for our summer. But instead, all the kids are stuck at home, you guys are stuck at home, and it feels like we just have endless amount of packets and work to do. So my first response to parents when they reach out to me is, let your kids take a break. You guys take a break too. Take some time each day just to listen to your body and say, okay, I need a break. This is a really, really great life skill because although we want our kids to learn all their math, work on their writing, work on their comprehension, all those things are important, knowing your body and knowing when you take a break is a really, really great human skill as well. Another thing I want to focus on is letting your kids take breaks and letting them actually play a little bit is helping them in more ways than you know. First of all, it's letting them figure out a way to deal with their own stress. We are all very, very stressed right now, and I know some other counselors are going to be going over ways to deal with that stress and anxiety, but a good way for kids to cope with stress is first of all to recognize they're feeling stressed. If they need a break, set a 10-minute timer and say, okay, get a 10-minute break, do whatever you want to do. Secondly, what do you do when the work is over? What do you do when there's nothing left? What do you do over the summer when we don't have packets of information? Sure, there's great resources and other learning opportunities, but if our kids are still stuck inside and unable to connect with their friends, how do we keep them going? How do we make sure they don't backslide? Something I want to talk to you guys about is our schools all have a big focus on what is not academic as well. We really, really focus on social skills. And you may be thinking, okay, how am I going to do social skills? There's no social interaction. Well, there's a lot of different ways we can do that. The first is going to be very silly and very simple, but it's letting them play. So often kids pick up two little characters, like these guys I have here, and have conversations like, no, I don't like what you're doing. No, I don't like that either. That basic kind of play is instrumental in kids figuring out how to deal with conflict and how social stories go and social interactions go. Even kids do it silently. And this is kids of all ages. I've seen high schoolers do the same kind of thing. It doesn't have to be with actual toys. It can be with anything. Letting them have those conversations in their mind and letting them play those out is instrumental in them figuring out how people communicate and how to deal with conflict, and also how social structures work, how people talk, how they have different opinions, how they have empathy. All these are amazing skills that happen just through play. Another thing that I highly, highly recommend is having your kids connect to peers. Now, you may have a house full of kids, you may have a ton of siblings, but the way kids work with their siblings is not the same way they interact with peers. This is something that's importantly and drastically missing during our shelter in place, is kids are not connecting with each other like they do at lunch and recess. They're not able just to play and work out issues and learn from each other the same kind of ways. If you have access to some kind of device, which I imagine you do as you're looking and listening to me right now, have your kids sign up for something like House Party or Kids Facebook Messenger or even Zoom or FaceTime, but something where they can just go and play and communicate with each other. These online video conferences don't have to be formal. They don't have to be purely academic. Have your kid go in and grab whatever screen they're looking at and talk to their friends, their cousins, their grandparents. Having these kind of conversations through the computer are allowing kids to work on their listening skills, learning how to take turns, not interrupt, learning patience. It's also teaching them how to use their words and speak up, because unlike in a playground, they can't run away, they can't hit, they can't yell, they can't scream. It's not going to be as effective. It's allowing them to develop their communication skills. Also, it's allowing them to learn facial cues and other situations that kids get to see face to face. Big picture is your kid will probably go into their room or your room and want to show off some of their toys, but the communication back and forth between friends, that ability to just laugh and be kids and socially connect, helps kids feel less isolated. And it's such an important part right now because they are feeling so isolated and missing their friends, and allowing that rapport is really helpful. I also have a great book called Social Skills Activities for Kids that I really like. It's got a bunch of different activities. There's lots of things like this for free out on the internet. But some of the social skills in here that they talk about are the basic day-to-day ones, the ones that we practice all the time without realizing it. As adults, we have those abilities. As kids, we have to be taught these abilities. So their top 10 everyday social skills, which is a nice list, and they say things you can do every day. Be friendly and smile at others. Be considerate and thoughtful of those around you, including not touching others without asking. Share and wait your turn. Be calm and control your emotions, especially anger. Don't talk unkindly about other people. Ask people questions about themselves. Ask other people to play with you. Have good manners and be polite. Make good eye contact and don't mumble. And don't hog the conversation. Take turns talking and listening. Now, those are really basic skills, but they're things that need to be modeled, and kids need to see them happening. And allowing them to practice with their friends through online connectivity and online platforms are great ideas, especially because I know if they ask you to play one more time or they touch their brother and sister one more time, it feels like you guys are going to lose it. Last thing I want to touch on is trying to create balance. It's one of those things that we throw around and act like it's a possible achievable goal, but really it's a constant struggle. Now that we're all stuck inside, and hopefully things will be changing, but since we are in the situation we're in and things are not the same, try to take this as a chance to balance your own lives and balance what you do as a family. If you can get out and spend 5 or 10 minutes playing with your kid in the middle of the day, if you can go for an afternoon walk together, showing them these sort of methods on how to reduce stress and how to find balance, and that life is not 100% work or 100% play, letting them know that we all need a little bit of that is so helpful in teaching them skills that a lot of us don't have as adults. Finding balance is very difficult. Realizing when we're stressed is very difficult. Communicating our needs is nearly impossible as adults. So help them learn these skills now, and you will be learning much more than just academics, and you will help them get some of those social skills and social interaction that they're missing from school. If you have any questions about this or any other topics, feel free to reach out. I have open office hours on Zoom, and you can always email me. Thank you. Bye.